no attraction and now that it's been a bit. 'Cause I've been so long, so long. Oh, 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 hey. 'Cause I've been so long for so long. Oh, 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 hey. 'Cause I've been so long for so long. Oh, 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 hey. 'Cause I've been so long for so long. Like a fucking nemesis. Excuse my language, that's a hang up capacity on the feeling.
That there's a slavery going on. So everything is secretly underground. From here to the fort, from the fort to the point of no return. And then the existing tree is still existing, but we have a passive tree, which now the passive tree has been blocked because when the rain falls, water comes in here, and then the water is very important for the community. So this time around, this place is now used as a water fountain joint. So we are just going to visit in for you to see how it was built, but we are not going to do anything. So we are just going to stand here for you to see how it was built. In 1470, boxers come in here and use the water to bath whenever after training. The basketball people also come in here after training and use the water. So the water is very important for the community. So most of the slaves died here. You just arrived here, experienced that you are sweating.
Yeah.
There are a lot of slaves died here because the slaves will walk from Ashanti region, Kumasi, from all the way from Kumasi to here, and from here to the fort.
They walk?
So most of them died here. Then whenever they died, the British slave masters would pick the black body of the flesh and then drop it into a town that known as the vultures town. And the vultures would eat the flesh of the black body. Very sad. Wow. Watch your head, watch your head, watch your head.
Very hot.
We got history, got me feeling the nostalgia when you look at me. Thinking about what could've happened or what could've been. Finally your face, I know it, that a sight to see. Take my time, then take your clothes out one more time maybe. Acting like you don't recall it, ain't impressing me. Didn't come to see your friends, I know you came for me. Like your dress, but you fit better in my wrinkled tee. We moved on to newer things, but we got history. Put my feelings all aside, don't know what.
So the first Prime Minister of Ghana was jailed here in 1950 before he became the Prime Minister. So inside over here we have slave marketing. The Prime Minister jailed here in 1950. Him alone here for a year. Food, water, upstairs here like this. He doesn't come out for a year. Him alone here for a year in 1950. Food, water, upstairs here like this. And then the main reason why Nkrumah has the power to stay here, it wasn't only him that fighting for freedom. Nkrumah he has a group of people now known as the Big Six. So the Big Six were the founder of Ghana. The original name of Ghana known as the Gold Coast. And then that is the main reason why the Europeans came. When we had independence 1957, Gold Coast have to change into Ghana. And then the meaning of that is that to block the slave masters to stop coming in. That is why the name was changed into Ghana. And then when he was here for 1 year, the 5 of them were staying outside fighting for him. So when you guys watch on our currency, you can see we have a head, 6 head on the money. So these are the founder of Ghana. And these people are known as the Big Six. So So these are the big six. And then they were there in Gold Coast time. And then when we had independence 1957, they changed the name Gold Coast into Ghana. And then that was the prime minister. This man was jailed here. That's Nkrumah. He was jailed here in a year. So when the 5 of them were staying outside, they were waiting for 1 year. And then they came in and bring him out. And we had independence 1957.
He has a museum too, so...
Yes, please. And then over 60 slaves in one room. Over 60 slaves. Over 60 slaves. A lot of people in one room. And we have old shackles. These are all old shackles built by the British. And then you know this building was purposely meant to kill black people. That was the intention. Before the British slave masters had to do that, before they came, the black people accept them, vibing with them good. But later, the blacks were trying to know what's happening. So before the British slave masters have to stop that, they have to start piling us in one room so that the power that we have, that we think we might fight with them, they bring that strength down. And that is why this slave dungeons was made. And then a lot of slaves died here. Whenever a slave died, the British slave masters have a town in the same Jamestown known as the Vultures town. And then when they died, they bring the black body in the dungeon out and then drop it into that town that known as the Vultures. And then the vultures eat the flesh of the black body. So after a year, we're gonna move into the Vultures town. What can you see? You can see that it is something that has been filled. Can you see? Whenever a slave come out over there, this has a passive through that takes them to the ocean, to where the ships are, taking them to so many countries. But when we had independence 1957, the Prime Minister of Ghana, he have to change this place as a prison. So for the prisoners not to escape, they have to close the passive through so that the prisoners will not escape. Contain over 17,000 population of Ghanaian people. But due to the politicians' vibe, the leaders and the Chinese make one and break all the 17,000 houses down, and it has been given to the Chinese people. And then the Chinese people are building a stick impression of Jamestown. These drums are known as the talking drums, which we still use it. We call wawa tree. That's a wawa tree from the bush. No. And then, while you guys can see I'm standing, we have a symbol here. That a hand with a head. It tells people in Jamestown. We have a belief in this that whenever you pour the liberation, the ancestor speaks it and give it to God, and it works faster more than the Bible. So people in Jamestown really have a belief in the traditional praying more than the Bible. And before the Europeans had to come in here, we were doing this before they came. So people in our community knows that the Europeans take this and they will change the method into a Christianity and a Muslim movement. But if she is up to 50 years, she can come here. But from 18,
hey, wait a minute.
from 18 years up to 50 years really doesn't come here. But
Right.
from 50 years up to 60, 70 comes here. What can you see on the floor? You can see blood on the floor.
Yes.
Every Friday we have sacrifice that we do every Friday. So women at your ages really doesn't come here, because when you come here, sorry to use that word, you do your menses, which means you are willing to give your blood to the gods. And this is where the gods are. The gods that were there before the Europeans came, they are still there, which we still follows the traditional movement. So ages like 18 going 20 doesn't really come there, because if you don't know it, it's fine. But if you know it and you come there, that means you are willing to give your blood to the gods. And then we have a golden stone over there, which the gods protect the golden stone. And then we have a symbol over there called linguistic. Linguistic means if the king is not around, the second in command, before you have to speak to people in general, you hold the linguistic to speak before people gonna listen to you. So the name of the tree known as the linguistic. And then we are moving into a town known as the vultures town, the dungeons. Whenever the slave died, where if they lay the body and the vultures eat the flesh. So we are going to the vultures town. And then from here to the vultures town takes like 5 minutes.
We got history, got me feeling the nostalgia when you look at me. Thinking about what could have happened or what could have been. Finally your face, I know it, that a sight to see. Take my time to take your clothes off one more time, maybe. Acting like you don't recall it, ain't impressing me. Didn't come to see your friends, I know you came for me. Like your dress, but you fit better in my wrinkled tee. We moved on to new things, but we got history. Put my feelings on the side, don't know what to make it right. Pictures popping on my mind. All these occasions, let's work it out with me. I don't think it hurts to give another try on it. We got history, got me feeling the nostalgia when you look at me. Thinking about what could have happened or what could have been. Finally your face, I know it, that is hard to see. Take my time to take your clothes off one more time, maybe. Acting like you don't recall it, ain't impressing me. Didn't come to see your friends, I know you came for me. Like your dress, but you feel better in my wrinkled tee. We moved on to new things, but we got history. Put my feelings on the side, don't know what to make it right. Pictures popping on my mind. All these occasions, let's work it out with me. I don't think it hurts to give another try. We got history, got me feeling the nostalgia when you look at me. Thinking about what could have happened or what could have been. Finally your face, I know it, that is like to see. Take my time to take your clothes off one more time, maybe. Acting like you don't recall it, ain't impressing me. Didn't come to see your friends, I know you came for me. Like your dress, but you fit better in my wrinkled tee. We moved on to new things, but we got history. Put my feelings all aside, don't know what to make it right. Pictures popping on my mind. All these occasions, let's work it out with me. I don't think it hurts to give another try on it.